Hi, welcome to today's episode, Moral Crossroad, episode 2. My question to you is, how would you react to this scenario? You are suspected of committing a crime, and you know within yourself that you actually committed the crime. And then you are brought before a judge. Would you tell the judge that you committed the crime and go to jail? Or would you lie and be free? Because you know the person suspecting you has no evidence. Would you lie and be free? Or say the truth and go to jail? So this is moral crossroads. There are people who have encountered situations of moral crossroads. Like a little child who is at home with his parents, and all of a sudden the neighbor comes visiting. The father hears the voice of the neighbor, realizing that the neighbor has come to ask for the money he is owing him. He decides to hide in the room and tells his child, "Hey, go tell the neighbor I'm not at home." Therefore, asking this little child to lie for you. This child is placed at a moral crossroad. Because the question for this child is, should I say the truth and bring shame to my father? Should I say the truth and embarrass my father? Or should I lie and assist my father to escape this embarrassment? So, a lot of things happen in life, and we are placed suddenly at a moral crossroad. And we ask ourselves, should I say the truth or should I lie? The crossroad here is that when you are innocent and you are punished because you have said the truth, you are innocent. You did not commit the crime, yet you are punished. Then the other person who is guilty is not punished because he knows how to lie. Then you come out and you ask, God, why did you allow me to suffer? Why did you allow me to be punished? I said the truth and yet I'm punished. Look at this person who lied. This person has escaped punishment. So it's really a difficult issue facing a lot of youths. This issue of moral crossroads. I don't know what your own case is. I don't know what your issue is. I don't know what challenges you're facing. I don't know the problems you're facing. But if you find yourself at a moral crossroad, the question usually is, does God exist? Why would God allow me to be in this kind of situation? Because some moral crossroads put someone in such a very difficult position where he or she begins to question his faith or her faith. Where this person begins to question even the existence of God. I've seen people who lost their only child and they cried and cried and said, God, do you still exist? God, why did you allow it to happen? I've seen people who have lost their wealth, hard-earned wealth, to fire disaster, to mishap, and they go back to poverty, and they keep crying and saying, God, after all I've done to serve you, why should I suffer? I'll give you examples of people who have experienced situations of moral crossroad. In the Holy Bible, the story of Joseph comes to mind. There is also the story of a man named Job in the Bible. If you know or if you're familiar with these two stories, you just discover that these two persons came to situations of moral crossroad. I'm just using them as case studies, as examples of people faced with different kinds of moral crossroad. Let's take, for example, the case of Joseph. Joseph was accused by Potiphar's wife because Joseph refused to sleep with her. He refused to commit adultery with Potiphar's wife.